Kining ato ang press conference with Governor Art Yap karong hapuna. Akong ihatag ang kahigayunan ni Governor Yap sa iyang mga pasiunang pagtimbaya kanato.
Maayong hapon sa tanan. Kabi Mayo 28, nadungog nato ang mga pamahayag ni Presidente Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Ingon niya ang atong lalawigan sa Bohol, ipaubos na sa Modified General Community Quarantine gikan sa Hunyo 1 hangtod Hunyo 15, 2020. Niadtong Mayo 15, nipagawas ang IATF og Omnibus Guidelines on Community Quarantine. In the guidelines, ang mga kalihukan ug establisimento nga gitugutan kung ang usa ka lugar sama sa Bohol gipaubos sa Modified General Community Quarantine or MGCQ, matud pa sa guidelines, the following guidance was included. Letter A, kinahanglan sundon kanunay ang public health standards sama sa social distancing, pagsulob sa face mask ug pagbaton sa kalimpyo. Kini nga mga guidelines ato nang gipatuman sa atong kaugalingong Executive Orders number 8 ug number 15. Letter B, gitugutan na ang indoor ug outdoor non-contact sports ug ang pag-ehersisyo sama sa walking, jogging, running, biking, golf, swimming, tennis, badminton ug skateboarding. Basta mosunod sa mga public health standards. Ug dapat walay humanay ug gamit sama sa rackets ug uban pa. I repeat, the allowed exercises or non-contact sports for indoor or outdoor activities include jogging, walking, running, biking, golf, swimming, tennis, badminton ug skateboarding. Klarohon nako nga walay apil ang basketball sa mga gitugutan. Ang tanang essential establishment sama sa hospital, mga butika, agricultural, fishery and forestry industries, supermarkets, grocery stores, food delivery service, media establishments, dental clinics, veterinary clinics, bangko, money transfers and remittance centers, pawn shops, telecommunications companies, internet and cable service providers, energy and power companies, water supply, sanitation and waste disposal services, electronic and commerce companies, legal, auditing, accounting and financial consulting services, and other non-leisure, wholesale and retail establishments, ug mga BPO, business process outsourcing, magpabilin nga abli tungod kay wala man nato ni sila ipisarado maski niadtong nag-ECQ ta apan gipahinumduman nato sila nga mosunod sa minimum health standards which have been included sa atong EO8 ug EO15, social distancing, pagsulob sa face mask ug pagbaton sa kalimpyo. Ang tanang restaurants, checks na, ug fast food chains, restaurants and fast food chains, magpabilin nga abli apan gibawal gihapon ang dine-in. Let us clarify. They will remain open. Magpabilin nga abli apan gibawal gihapon ang dine-in. Kung ang establishmento magpa-dine-in at 50% capacity, Only at 50% capacity, ladies and gentlemen, duola ang inyong mayor. Ipakita nila nga kaya ninyo musunod sa minimum health standards and guidelines na pinasubay sa IATF. Ang mayor ninyo ang muhatag og clearance kung pwede na mag-operate sa 50% capacity. So let me be very clear. The IATF rules will allow dine-in as long as you follow the minimum health standards. The minimum health standards have been included in our own Executive Order 8, Executive Order number 15. The authorizing authority that will give you the clearance to operate by 50% would be your mayor. Mao nga duula ang inyong mayor. The mayor, as the first responder, will have the authority to allow you to operate dine-in facilities at 50% or not. But please note that strict social distancing and hygiene must be observed. Barbershops, salons ug ubang personal care service establishments magpabilin pod nga abli apan kinahanglan nga 50% lang sa venue capacity ang pwedeng musulod o kinahanglan musunod sa minimum health standards. Ang public o private transportation services magpabilin nga mag-operate apan sundon gihapon ang social distancing, saktong pag-disinfect sa sakyanan o pinasubay sa ubang guidelines gikan sa DOTR. Magpabilin nga isuspindi ang mga face-to-face nga klase o co-curricular activities. Kabahin sa mass gatherings, tuguti ko nga makikonsulta una sa atong mga mayor. Importante nga masabutan ni sa mga mayor tungod kay sila maoy mo implementar sa mga protocol sa atong pagpahigayon og mass gatherings. Samtang wala pa'y final nga desisyon, bawal pagihapon ang pagpahigayon sa mga mass gatherings sama sa mga sports and civic events, connected but not limited to Foundation Day and sectoral activities, fiesta celebrations, concerts, or entertainment performances. Allow me to repeat, kabahin sa mass gatherings, I will be consulting the mayors because the mayors as first responders and implementors will be the ones to enforce the protocols. Samtang wala pa'y final nga desisyon, bawal pagihapon ang pagpahigayon sa mga mass gatherings sama sa mga sports and civic events, connected but not limited to Foundation Day and sectoral activities, fiesta celebrations, concerts, or entertainment performances. Ubos sa IATF Resolution number 38, maghuwat ta sa mga umaabot pang issuances sa IATF kabahin sa pagpahigayon sa mga religious gatherings, services, and Eucharistic celebrations. We have to wait for additional guidelines from the IATF on religious gatherings, services, and Eucharistic celebrations. Our general curfew from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. will continue. Magpadayon gihapon ang atong general curfew from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. There are some changes though. Number 1, para sa mga menor de edad, tungod sa request sa mga ginikanan, atong giusab ang adlaw nga pwede silang mugawas. Ang tanang menor de edad pwede silang mugawas kada Biyernes ug Sabado. Originally, Monday and Friday sila, Lunes ug Biyernes. Karon, we are changing it to Friday and Saturday, matag semana gikan sa 6 a.m. hangtod 6 p.m. Basta inubanan sa ilang ginikanan as long as you are accompanied by a parent. Number 2, para sa atong mga senior citizens, 65 years old and above, magpabilin gihapon nga gitugutan nato silang mogawas matag Martes, Miyerkules ug Huwebes gikan sa 6 a.m. hangtod 6 p.m. So I repeat, the general curfew remains from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. Minors accompanied by their at least one parent are allowed to break their curfew from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays, Biyernes ug Sabado ra. Senior citizens 65 years old and above magpabilin gihapon, they are allowed to break their curfew from 6 a.m. up to 6 p.m. matag Martes, Miyerkules ug Huwebes. Kabahin sa no backride policy, nisuway ta paghangyo sa DILG kung pwede ba mo issue og backriders pass aron tugutan ng asawa o anak nga mo backride. Ingon ni DILG Secretary Ed Anyo, dili gyud pwede og magpabilin nga ipatuman ang no backride policy. I'm sorry, we did our best. I tried to reason very hard. Unfortunately, it is the cabinet decision that the no backride policy will continue. Starting June 1, ato na usab i-transition ang grupo nga mututok sa atong pakigbatok sa COVID-19 gikan sa Provincial Emergency Management Administration or PIMA ngadto sa Bohol Interagency Task Force or BIATF. If you will remember last Saturday when Secretary Galvez and Secretary Vince to harmonize our emergency administration to the national IATF. So starting June 1, the PIMA will now be transformed to the BIATF, the Bohol Interagency Task Force under the chairmanship of the Governor, to mirror and synchronize its efforts with the national IATF. Para muhatag sa detalye kabahin sa mga updates sa mga bulanong OFW ug LSI, locally stranded individuals, atong tawgon si Provincial Administrator Attorney Catherine Pioquinto Unya. Sa akong giingon sa una nga naghimo ta og economic stimulus package ang We Survive as One Bohol Fund aron mahatagan ta og update sa implementasyon niini. Apil na sa update sa Offshore Boholanos Coordinating Team, ang OBCT, no? This is the group that is sending money to our stranded Bolanos sa atong mga natanggong na mga kaigsuunan na atay mga gipada na mga financial assistant nila to give us a report on the Offshore Boholanos Coordinating Team. Atong tawgon unya si Attorney John Vistal, head sa atong Provincial Planning and Development Office, paghuman ni PA Catherine Pioquinto. Also, I want to remind you that last May 23, last Saturday, we received the PCR machines from Secretary Galvez and Secretary Vince Dizon. Aron mahibaw-an natong tanan kung kanusa nato masugdan ang PCR lab sa Galiares Hospital. We have the honor to have with us this afternoon to give us a report on the timeline Dr. Mutya Kismet Tirol Macuno sa status report on the completion of our PCR laboratory. And after their reports, we will entertain questions. We will have a media interaction. This will be followed by a closing statement, and then we will also launch today the work of the BAC Council. We will be launching the music video of the Bohol Arts and Cultural Heritage Council. So with that, allow me to call for her report, Provincial Administrator Pioquinto.
Daghang salamat, Gov. Maayong hapon sa tanan. So, please flash the slides. As of today, ang total number of repatriated OFWs nato is 727. Ang first to look a batch nato, actually first two batches di ay nato, na-release na total of 116. So ang naka-quarantine karon is 611. So mao nang number 611 on quarantine. So total 727. And then as of today pod, ang number of LSIs pod nato, locally stranded individuals, ni total na og 282. Actually kani gi-prepare ni for about ganinang mga an hour ago, pero update lang na apoy ni abot nato nga 100 plus an infant gikan sa Manila through AirAsia sweeper flight. So dili na siya mao 116 ang naunta sa flight manifest, pero ang niabot gyud 100 lang plus an infant, so 116 as of 3:30 ganina niabot ang AirAsia from Manila. So 282 plus 101. So karon ang naa nato nga LSI is 383 na. Appeal na diha ang infant. Unya ang OFWs nato unyang gabi mularga at 10 p.m. gikan ni siya sa Cebu via a sweeper flight pod nga niland sa Cebu gikan Manila, naapoy mo abot nga 40. Unya ang LSI pod nato mangukuyog pod at 10 p.m. 86. So ang moabot nato totally unya would be 40 plus 86, so 126 OFWs and locally stranded individuals. Ang atoa pong LSI nga mugikan sa Tubigon at 4:30 a.m. ugma pod, 52 ang as of now ang atong counting. So mao lang to, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Maybe let's break the program here. Are there questions from the media on the numbers? Now, if there are none, it's okay. Then we will just go to the media interaction later. At this point in time, can I please ask Attorney John Vistal to give us a report on the offshore Boholanos coordinating team and status report on We Survive as One Bohol Fund for our domestic stimulus program. Attorney Vistal.
Thank you, Gov. For the benefit of those nga wa pa kahibaw, ang atong mahog nga economic recovery plan actually started with economic pero karon holistic na gyud ni siya nga recovery plan is known as We Survive as One Bohol program. I'll just go through some of the aspects of it kay taas-taas ni siya nga report. Ato lang i-highlight ang mga major aspects. So, it consists of three basic components pagkakaron. Naay relief assistance package, naay economic stimulus package, o naay infra program. Pero kani mapunan pa gyud ni as we go along kay it's an ever expanding plan. Next. Sa relief assistance package, there is forthcoming food assistance, especially in the form of rice, but that's to be implemented starting next month pa. Next slide. We now have currently food vouchers for trash. So providing food vouchers to most affected families in 111 coastal and island barangays. This is being implemented through the BEMO and coastal LGUs with a total estimated number of beneficiaries of 5,550 and a total estimated cost of 2.775 million. Next. Ang milk feeding program for preschoolers with a total estimated number of 10,219 beneficiaries at 6.658 million. Daghan tawag implementing agencies ani OPV, PHO, Ed Center, Nutrition Council, and DepEd. Next. And we have also launched this for 17 initial municipalities. Next. There are 11 municipalities in the first batch with a total of 3,658 beneficiaries. So as you can see from the pictures, Di na lang nato dugayon kay daghan pa ta og slides. Lain-lain nga mga municipalities. Next. Okay, next. With distribution pod of fresh milk bottles to frontliners. Next. And then, ang gisulti ni Gov ganiha, specifically, this is a one-time cash assistance katong mga stranded Boholano students and displaced workers outside of the province of Bohol. Mao na ang gitawag og Offshore Boholanos Coordinating Team. That's the team that's handling it. Ang initial estimate unta sa matagaan og assistance, 7,500 beneficiaries at an estimated cost of 15 million kay 2,000 per beneficiary. As it turns out, next, nanubra na ta sa 7,500. We are now at 7,599 with more to go, subject to validation. The total amount released is now at 15.354 million and going. Kanya na tayo ipakita lang diha a few samples of the thank you messages from those who have received the assistance. Next. And then, pagkakaroon, ang gihandle sa PDRRMO and GO through the PIMA is the Returning Boholanos program, especially those OFWs, displaced workers and students. Estimated cost pa lang ni, pero most likely it will be updated og nanay actual costs. Next. And then, as earlier reported, mao ni ang Returning Boholanos sent home. Next. Next. The economic stimulus package consists of, ato na lang i-run through ning pipila nga mga components ane. Next. A surety guarantee fund for cooperatives and MSMEs. This is under the leadership of BIPC together with other agencies sa provincial government nga makahatag og surety guarantee program sa atong mga MSMEs nga nanginahanglan gyud og economic stimulus for their livelihood. That's an estimated cost of 200 million. The guidelines are still being finalized. Next. And then the online mercado, Arirata or Art Agriculture Retail and Trade facility. Again, this is being spearheaded by BIPC to benefit our local sellers and producers and even cooperatives and habal-habal drivers with a virtual marketplace that provides opportunities for Boholanos to provide ease and options to supply products. Kahibaw naman siguro ta nga kita usahay mang-order na ta online through Facebook. Kanipod pwede ning mahimo ani through an app that is being developed by BIPC. Next. So just a few aspects of this. Next. Also, vegetable and water enhancement through water projects. And this is being implemented by OPA in partnership with various LGUs. Next, we have more detailed programs pod. Ang Kita sa Kakugi, which is a cash for work for the rehabilitation and restoration of damaged communal irrigation systems to give employment to our workers while also simultaneously repairing damaged irrigation systems. Again, under OPA with cooperation of NEA and irrigators associations. Next. The first batch for Kita sa Kakugi from May 4 to 15 actually saw 38 communal irrigation systems implemented for cash, in cash for work with 22 municipalities and 1,011 farming families. Mao na yung bang details ana. Next. And each municipality, you can just look at the pictures. I-flash na lang nato, i-run through na lang nato, Amy. Mao ni ang lain-lain nga mga municipalities where the program has been implemented. Next. The idea basically is to keep our people employed, give them livelihood, and also give them the opportunity to repair facilities such as irrigation systems. Next. Mao dito ang second batch di ay napay second batch from May 16 to 29. Gapadayon pa na. There's also tabo sa Bohol for selling agricultural products and processed agri-fishery commodities, still under OPA. Next. It's generated total sales so far of almost 3.4 million with an estimated 9,859 buyers served. Next. Next. Mo ni ang pictures of the tabo in different towns and even in the city in Bohol. That is next. Albor and so on. Mo gini ang atong gipaningkamutan nga we keep the economy going, we keep the economy alive, we keep the exchange of currency active. Utan og isda para sa tanan, that's art through vegetable and fish farming, para to get displaced workers involved in backyard gardening and inland fish farming. Again, still under OPA in cooperation with partner agencies. Next. Ano ang beneficiary so far? We have that in a detailed report. Next. Advanced rice technology to increase productivity, still under OPA for high-yielding rice farms. Next. Distribution of hybrid rice seeds pod to farmers. Next. United Fish Traders Group is buying surplus fish and selling it to the public at a lower price compared to the commercial market price. Still under the leadership of OPA, the LGU, and Bohol United Fish Traders. Next. And these are the municipalities that are supplying their excess fish supply. Next. Padayon ang ubang mga programa like passing on the gift, dispersal sa mga livestock under OPV and partner agencies. Next. Polynets distribution for fishing, still under, for fencing and supplements, still under OPV. Next. Native chicken program through the Balas, Barangay Livestock Aid, still under OPV. Next. And then donation of native chicken to beneficiary families, still under OPV. Next. Integrated community dairy farming, so mao ni ang pagproduce og carabao and cow's milk, still under OPV. Program marketing in certain municipalities for additional production of carabaos and cows for dairying. Next. So mao ni ang mga sample ng mga livestock nga gipang donate sa mga beneficiary families. Next. Equipment, of course, apil na. Next. Enhanced productivity and profitability of swine production to help the 6 billion hog industry of Bohol. Next. Padayon ang implementation sa prevention of African swine fever. Kay we know that was a challenge last year. Next. Swine production gihapon, border control, disease monitoring, etc. Next. Establishment of genetic material processing at the provincial livestock and poultry farm in Bilar. Next. Home-based business assistance for COVID-19 affected families of the tourism sector workers katong mga nawad-an og trabaho sa atong tourism sector, tabangan og alternative livelihood skills. Next. So infra program apil na ani. Next. Ang barangay infrastructure projects such as footpaths, repair of health centers, repair of classrooms or stage, etc. Again, to employ barangay workers from the barangays. Next, 110.9 million ang expected, ana. And then for the Water for All development program, still with the end in view of employing people from the barangays, this is being spearheaded by MEMO, estimated cost is 50 million. So the point is using provincial government resources to keep Bohol's economy alive so that we can become a model for other provinces. So Ctto Gov, thank you, and thank you everyone.
Thank you very much, Attorney Bistal. If you will note that the majority of the projects are all in food production and agriculture, we have kept more than 110 million as our equity for water projects for 1,109 barangays in the coming days. We believe that the infrastructure project should be directed to water. With water, natay paglaom sa agrikultura. With agriculture, then we have food security. So at this point in time, can we please ask the Director of the Galiares Hospital, Dr. Mutya Macuno, to please give us the timeline sa completion sa atong PCR laboratory.
Good afternoon, Gov.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Tanan. So we have here prepared a short presentation on the status report for our preparation for the molecular laboratory. At the outset, I would like to declare that everything will really depend on the arrival of equipment. So if the equipments will arrive, because most of them are imported, then we can really move forward as projected. Next, please. So basically, this is just the floor plan of the area. This was revised when we had the visit from the RITM group last May 9, and so this is ongoing, and the target completion of this will be June 3. This is for civil works. Next, please. And if you go into Galiares, the building on the left is actually the pharmacy building, and the molecular laboratory location is on the second floor. The entrance will be here for the staff, but the entrance for the samples will be on the other side. Next, please. This is just another picture on the location. This is on the second floor. Next, please. And then the following are the updated pictures, and this is as of taken today. This is the added structure, the stairway leading to outside. This is already in the road because for safety purposes, there should only be one direction. The entrance of the sample will come from here and then go up, and it cannot go inside the area for biosafety purposes. The next few slides will just show you the physicality of what's been going on. Next, please. Next. So go back, please. As you can see, some have already arrived, the sinks, but most has not arrived. This hole is for the so-called pass box. Pass box is necessary for biosafety. Next, please. Next. And these are the equipments that has already been delivered. So we have several. Okay, next, please. And these are the equipments that are really very necessary. This negative pressure is actually, the PR is already being processed. We are looking for somebody who can give us the fastest provision, because this supplier was saying that they can give it to us on the lead time of 1 to 2 months. So I don't think we can go with that. But the good news is our ITM was giving us the go signal that we can go ahead and have our laboratory operational while we are still waiting for the completion of this negative pressure, as long as we have the exhaust. So the most important equipment that we're waiting are the following. The biosafety cabinet. See, the arrival is actually there already in Cebu and waiting for shipment. Autoclave, shipped na. Microcentrifuge, this one is arriving in June. Clinical centrifuge, these are the dates. Reagent refrigerator, and all of these are very important for the operation of our molecular laboratory. And as you can see, the greatest challenge is on the arrival of the PCR cabinet, because they said that it will arrive in Manila in first week of June, and also the pass back. So perhaps we will be requesting our kind governor to, help us facilitate the delivery of this one so that we can make use of this already. Next, please. And so basically, as soon as all the equipments will arrive, we can have a more concrete date line because I don't want to commit anymore. It used to be that I said probably second week of June, but now, as you can see, we will all depend on the arrival of the equipments. Thank you, Gov.
Thank you very much, Dr. Macuno. At this point in time, before we take questions from the media, allow me to recognize the following who are with us this afternoon. Aside from Provincial Administrator Pio Quinto, Attorney Vistal, Dr. Macuno, we have PIMA Administrator, former Provincial Administrator Ada Malerio with us. From the PHO, we have Dr. Yul Lopez and Dr. Cabagnot. And from the Sangguniang Panalawigan, we have Aldner de Malerio. So at this point in time, we can begin the interaction.
Ang unang mangutana ni Gov, si Mr. Rick Cubidencio from the Bohol News Today.
May nga po, Gob, o may nga po na itong tanan.
Good afternoon, Rick.
This question, Gob, is related sa gipresent ni Attorney John Vistal.
Okay.
But murag doon ay kuwang wana mo nabantay. Can you give us some picture of the tourism industry? How much doon na estimate ba nga nawa, jobs, of course, number of tourists coming in. And then secondly, maybe you have noticed last night, Secretary Galvez mentioned Bohol to be the model. Then my last question would be, why change PEMA from BIATF? Thank you, sir.
Thank you. On the estimates of impact, we are looking at more than 100,000 jobs have been lost for tourism. As you all know, tourism has a very big multiplier effect in Bohol. When you say tourism, you're talking about the transport operators, you're talking about wellness, beauty, you're talking about tour operators, tour guides, operator of parks and amusement areas, you're looking at hotels, food, restaurants, karinderya. The total impact is more than 100,000 jobs. In the coming days, before we open to the new normal, ang prioridad nato diri sa Bohol, number one is of course prevention of any massive pandemic outbreak. That is the first priority nato, nga magpabilin na managed ang situation diri sa Bohol. Number two, basic food security. Ang atong kitagad og taas-taas na focus og attention og pagtagad. That's why if you look at the We Survive as One Fund, a big portion, dakong portion sa atong mga pondo, igahin nato para sa agriculture ug sa food production. As we move towards the new normal, as you mentioned, Rick, last night, gabi, nadungog nato sa report ni Secretary Galvez ni President Duterte na napili ang Bohol sa usa sa mga lalawigan nga ablihan nila under the new normal as a model province for tourism. They were impressed when they came here last week and they saw how we were able to manage the situation because of our very strict protocols. But of course, that will depend on some things. The most basic and the most important, as I always repeat, is number one, our testing capability. If we cannot test, we cannot isolate, we cannot set aside those who are sick, we cannot set aside those who are healthy. The second is our ability to contact trace. So after you test, kinahanglan natin ability to contact trace. And then number three is we have to treat. We have to have the ability to take care of those who will possibly be infected. Mga kining tulo, test, trace, and treat. This is our strategy in the coming days. We are changing the PIMA to the Bohol IATF as requested by Secretary Galvez and Secretary Dizon. They want us to harmonize. They explained to me, ilang ipasabot na ako, na sa umaabot ng mga panahon kung atong ablihan ang Bohol, ubos sa bagong pamaagi, kinahanglan ang mga polisiya natong tanan, harmonize sa nasyonal, apil na ang istruktura sa under the emergency situation right now. Mao nga by June 1, mo transition na ta sa Bohol IATF. Thank you.
Thank you, Gov. Sunod mangutana si Mr. Allen Doidora of DYRT.
May hapon, Gov.
Good afternoon, Alan.
Mangutana lang ko, naka-align ba ang provincial government sa resolution sa IATF nga until June 15 ang extension sa GCQ?
Yes, we are aligned except for one issue. The big events, sporting events, concerts, civic performances, kinahanglan makikonsulta muna ko sa mga mayor tungod kay sila mga first responder. So on that issue, we are holding that in abeyance. Other issues on curfew, we are also holding on abeyance. But magpabili naman na Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, ang mga senior citizen, makabreak sila sa ilahang curfew. Ang minors, also Fridays and Saturdays, we move from Monday to Saturday for minors to be able to break their curfew. So those are the basic differences. But other policies, we are aligned with the IATF.
Second question, Gov, is regarding sa LSI. Kini mga nangabot karon nga LSI mo na ba di kadtong dili na mo require og PCR and rapid test mao na ba ni sila or
Attorney Kat.
og dili pa ni sila maog kanus amo to magsugod, Gov?
I will allow Attorney Pioquinto to answer this question on the LSIs.
Kanang sa LSI nato nga moabot diri karon because of our limitation sa testing, ang protocol karon is the completion of the 14-day quarantine. Dili na gyud nato na sila matabang og testanan kay ang protocol man gud sa expanded testing karon is ang pwede lang iswab og bayranon sa PhilHealth would be katong mga asymptomatic. So, ug nagmanifest ka og symptoms, pwede ka iswab. Pero ug wala kay symptoms, dili ka iswab. So, amo ang protocol karon would be completion of 14-day quarantine, and then on the 14th day, we will rapid test them before releasing them. So, if ang results sa rapid test would be IgM negative, meaning wala na kay ongoing infection, then you're allowed to go home to continue your another 7-day quarantine sa balay. So, murag 21 days gyud ang quarantine sa ato ang mga LSIs. Unya kay bisag ipaswab nato initially on the 5th day, ang turnaround time manggod nato sa swabbing karon moabot manggod gihapog mga 9 to 10 days usahay 2 weeks. So maunang practicality pod wala na lang pod nato giswab.
So mao ni sila kining nangabot karon mao ni ang katong gi-require na lang og medical and authority to travel.
Yes, mauna lang ni pursuant to the DILG guidelines pod nga kinihanglan nato sundon nga kinihanglan dawato nato atong tanan nga mga LSIs nga kompleto sa ilang 14-day quarantine ug wala pod sila nagmanifest og COVID-19 symptoms as established by a medical health officer nga medical clearance from their LGU of origin.
Okay, thank you. Ikatulo na kong pangutana kay Dr. Yu Lopez. Doc, please enlighten us na napoy nigawa sa social media na ako na usa ka doktor nga nag 14-day quarantine karon tungod kay ang iya ko nung pasyente is nag-positive sa COVID. Sa dimyaw ang dimension, Doc.
COVID, wala ko'y balita. PCR test. Walay pasyente nga nag-positive sa PCR test. Basin og lain nga test siguro. Basta per our records walay PCR positive nga patient. No? So
Katong doktor ko Gov nga nag 14-day quarantine.
sorry, wala po ko'y information pa sa doktor. I will have to validate that report. It comes from social media.
Yes, Doc.
Yeah.
Murag na news pod sa di ko sure kay nakabasa ko sa ilang mga headlines sa news ba.
Okay, atong i-validate na wala pa information as to the physician and the name of the physician. So if ever, if the physician belongs to a hospital or a health institution, mas maayo siguro nga mohimo og official declaration or official statement ang iyang agency or hospital para ma-enlighten tang tanan. But anyway, atong i-validate ng imong gisulti karon.
Salamat, Doc.
Thank you. Ang sunod nga mautana si Mr. Dave Alvarado of the Bohol Tribune.
Yes, good afternoon to everyone. My first question is, I just want to clarify, Gov, we are under modified general quarantine?
Starting June 1, Dave, yes.
Okay, I just want to clarify that. So, since we're transitioning to
Modified.
BIATF from PEMA,
yes.
yes, kinsa may ang modalaan ni, and can you give us a brief description unsa may kalahian ani sa IATF and sa PEMA na abay kausaban na ni? And also to Dr. Yul siguro, I just want to ask, after the negative test sa 17-year-old na appendectomy patient, what happens to the people that were placed in quarantine? Thank you.
This is the thank you very much. This is the structure of the organizational structure of the Bohol Interagency Task Force. A very big portion of the difference is bringing a bigger number of sectors into the consultation. So the BIATF is going to be chaired by the governor and will be administered by the provincial administrator. And we are dividing organizations accordingly, as you see those boxes there. The response and logistics, the resources, the provincial office, the task group for the emergency, the tactical group for strategy, the tactical group for food security. These are all patterned after the national IATF. So this is more expansive than the PIMA. The PIMA was served us very well in the early days. And if you ask me, it still continues to serve its purpose because it is smaller and more nimble. But Secretary Galvez has asked that we mirror the national so that we can harmonize, because we have been chosen as a possible model for the new normal as a tourism destination. Mao nga ang gusto na sa national, mas maayo na synchronize o harmonize na sa national organizational structure. So as you can see, there will be active participation from the DILG. If you look at the yellow box in the middle, that is the DILG provincial office. And then in the task group for strategic communications and planning, we have brought in many other leaders and sectors: the church, religious groups, the bankers, the BCCI, retailers, MSMEs, tourism operators, the Bofeto, transport groups, construction, events, academe, the BIPC. All of them are included now in a separate box. We will formally meet them there for consultations. So that's the basic difference. Mas expanded ang atong BIATF karon.
As a follow-up, Gov, about that, can you give us the leadership structure of BIATF? So where does PEMA Grand Commander Alfonso de Malerio is coming in sa bagong structure?
Former provincial administrator De Malerio will be one of our consultants.
So it will be chaired by you and
It will be chaired by me, and the administrator will be the provincial administrator.
okay, thank you.
Thank you, Dave. Ang sunod nga mangutana si Mr. Dave respond.
Excuse me.
Yes, yes, Dave.
I have a question with Dr. Yul
Dr. Yul.
about the status of the.
Yes, we would like to officially announce in this press con nga negative PCR ang Ramiro, 17-year-old appendectomy patient. We received the report last night officially from Cebu. And so immediately I called Mayor Lasco of Tubigon and the MHO of Tubigon, Mayor Howe of Tubigon and the MHO of Tubigon. And so we are releasing everybody from the contact trace and quarantine precautions, and ma-release na, ma-discharge na, so cleared na. So most probably, kinimanggong rapid test will detect a viral infection. So probably it was another viral infection that was detected showing IgM, so that na-clear good is settled by way of the PCR negative test.
Thank you, Doc. Sunod mangutana si Mr. Dave Responte of DYTR.
May ngapon, sir. Ako pa utanda, dahil mga LGUs bitaw ang gigamit nila nga isolation or quarantine facility kining mga eskwelahan, sir. Magsugod ang enrollment nila karong Lunes. Unsay pamaagi na to ana nga gamiton man po ang eskwelahan into an enrollment facility nga katong eskwelahan dunay mga eskwelahan gigamit for isolation or quarantine area para sa mga LSI. Unya, another question, sir, is unsay take with unsay take sa provincial government, sir, gitawag nga question regarding sa religious activity like kasal, bunyag, and other services, kasal, bunyag, and other services. Kunya, kasal, bunyag, lubong, sir, KBL. Kana. Tapos, may last question, sir. Dagan ang utana, kung unsay update kuno ko tong food voucher, gipaningla naman ka, sir. Unsay latest na, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. According to this slide, as you can see, magpabilin nga suspended ang mga face-to-face nga klase ug ubang mga curricular and co-curricular activities. So we don't feel that there will be there is going to be a clash as to that. All right? So there will be no problem about using those facilities for quarantine facilities. That's number one. Number two, on the issue of activities, as we have said, all gatherings are still suspended up to now. All right? We are suspending all gatherings yet because I have to consult with the mayors about this. Because we have to remember, Dave, diri sa Bohol, dili pa andam ang atong mga PCR laboratories. And for that reason, I have also explained to IATF that based on the flexibility that the local governments are given, we will exercise our prerogative and our flexibility to adjust. Because the rules that we follow also allow the local chief executives like the provincial governor to adjust the rules of the national IATF depending on the reality sa ground nato karon. On the ground, ang reality diri sa Bohol, wapatay testing capability. Mga kinahanglan, hinay-hinay ta sa pag-abli o sa pagtugot sa mga kasal, binyag, libing. Those activities remain suspended as of now. As for the food vouchers, we are going to implement this in July. Why July? Why July? July is the start of the lean months, and we are transferring our support to rice. Originally, ang plano nato muhatag ta og food voucher. Pero sa akong pagsuroy, daghan man ang muhangyo nako, Gov. Usbon nato, mas maayo pa, just give us rice. And for that reason, we are changing and shifting what we are going to give. Dili na ra food voucher. We will just give rice because this is the request of our people. O kung sa rice ra, ang gusto po nato na ihatag nila is good quality rice. So we are preparing it. The quality is very good, top grade. And then number 2, it will be given during the lean months. In the National Food Security Calendar, July 1 is the beginning of the lean months. Mao nga July nato ihatag ang atong mga support sa atong mga kaigsuunan, pinaagi sa rice support ang paghatag ng bugas.
Sir, follow-up question, sir. Usa ka sako nga bugas ni, sir? Ipanghatag. Another question is,
No, we're not giving one sack. We cannot afford that.
okay.
We cannot afford that. We are not as rich as the national agency. Dave.
One question, sir, last.
Yes, Dave.
Mudagan magudang LSI, sir. And I understand, na tayo mga isolation facility, Capitol Annex, and Bohol Cultural Center. Unsa man na, sir? Gamiton ba nato ni or accommodate ba ni kung di na gyud makaya sa LGU ang mga LSI? Unsa mechanics na nagop? Sir, thank you.
Yes. Can I ask Dr. Yul Lopez to answer the use of the, since this is already a medical aspect, the use of the Capitol Annex?
Yes, ang Capitol Annex and the Bohol Cultural Center are isolation centers. Meaning, kung dunay magpakitag sintomas, ubo, sipon, hilanat, nga dili pod kinahanglan ni hospital, anha na to ibutang. So lahi na siya sa quarantine, kay kanang quarantine, walay sintoma, imo lang siyang ibutang sa usa ka pasilidad nga obserbahan nimo siya. So mo na diferensya sa quarantine o isolation. So far, sa kanunay nako nga itaho, wala man goy sintoma pod kaloy sa Ginoo ang atong mga gi-quarantine. So wa pa gyud na siya masudli. O hinaot nga dili masudlan. So mao nay gipanagana na nato siya kay dili man nato matagan. Ingon bitaw ka nga daghan nga mga LSI. So kung doon na yun na basin si bakulang, pero mao nay gamit sa isolation units nato sa province.
Sunod nga mangutana si Ray Tutas of the DYRD.
Majong afternoon, Governor.
Yes, sir.
Gov, concern from the OFWs, hangyo nila nga kini mga pagkaon nga gikan sa gawas o gikan sa ilang pamilya like fruits, mahimo ba daw nga dawaton dito sa quarantine facility? Gov, no, kay ang ilang tuyo nga at least na lang po daw nga maka minus-minus unya doon na sila kapilian sa pagkaon basta lang ihapit sa PIMA pagpadong dito, Governor. Second, concern sa mga LSI sa dihang nakadungog sila nga giabaga sa provincial government ang transportation expenses sa mga stranded dito sa Cebu. Doon ay hangyo ang mga stranded from Mindanao and Luzon nga mahimo ba daw po nga bisag ginagmayng abag counterpart sa provincial government kay dili pareha ang sitwasyon nila. Dunay mga displaced workers o niya ilang pamilya nga nabilin wa po kayo'y capacity kay kapliti pagpauli. Gov, thank you.
Thank you. So to answer the question on the food, ang pagkaon, Dr. Yul?
Yes, Ray. Pagkakaroon ongoing man ang atong pagdawat sa mga pagkaon nga gihatod diri sa atong PHO Operation Center. And then karon gani doon ako'y mga tao nga naghatod sa mga gihatod pod sa ilang mga paryente. Apan wala ta motugot nga maghatod og kanang mga pagkaon nga giluto bitaw sa balay, mga humba, mga unsa ni uban pang mga niluto sa balay. Ang ato lang gitugot is kanang pack nga pagkaon like biscuits, kanang pinutos bitaw sa grocery, biscuits, kape nga sachet, bottled water, ana. Doon natay gisultihan na namo ang ilang tagtungod nga dunay bawal, dunay pwede. So it's ongoing already and nadawat na gani sa uban ang ilang gipatod nga pagkaon.
On the issue of sa mga pliti sa atong mga natanggong na mga kaigsuunan dito sa Manila or sa Mindanao, to the extent na ang atong hinabang sa Cebu, i-counterpart po nato nila. Pero sa murag mas lisod sa maglisod ta sa Mindanao o sa Manila, mao nga reimbursement ang sistema. Ipakita ang resibo nato pag uli nila dire and then ato silang tagaan ng counterparting. Mutabang ta.
Thank you, Gov. Ang last na mangutana si, second to the last, si Mr. Felix Impron of the YRD.
Mayong hapon.
Mayong hapon.
Itong kanina provincial administrator, sa provincial administrator. Okay, Gob. Ang lalawigan sa Bohol, milambo ni tungod sa tourism industry. Unya, karon taas ang panlantaw sa itong presidente, Duterte, nga himuon tang model sa tourism, Philippine tourism. Pero sa gipasabot ni Engineer Attorney John Bistal ganina, wala ba apel sa development framework ang palambo pagbalik sa atong tourism industry. So unsaon mo na ito ni pag-reconcile? Unya, pangutana ni, tungod kay wa man ma-appeal sa development framework ang atong pagpalambo sa tourism industry, unsa mo siya awita sa tourism industry? Unya, kumusta naman ang laka nga himuntang model ug mo siya awi magalita sa tourism industry?
On the We Survive as One Bohol Fund, kung imong nakitaan, ang usang dakong component, 250 million na MSME counterpart, 250 million surety guarantee fund na atong idugang ug standby para ang mga bangko ug mga lending groups magkakumpiyansa na magpahuwam sa mga MSMEs. Those MSMEs are all serving the tourism industry, not only the local. The biggest component is for that. Mga dili sakto isulti na wa nato gi-appeal sa atong development framework ang support para sa tourism industry. Appeal sila. Another big portion of support, Felix, is the food security component, food security package nato sa atong We Survive as One Fund. The food security package does not only serve the local community, but also the tourism industry. So, it is included. Appeal siya.
Si asul nga pangutana si Dr. Yo Lopez. Doc, sa panahon nga doon na natay, simbakulan, doon na natay local contamination, doon na natay positive sa COVID nga ma-admit gyud sa hospital. Kumusta naman mga doktor, Doc, o mga health personnel, makauli pabas ila? Doc, makauli pabas ila o i-quarantine na diretso?
Oh, okay. Kung doon ay ma-COVID positive nga ma-admit, we will activate first and foremost the contact tracing. And second, of course, we will manage the case. Third, we will look into coordinating with the rest of the technical working group. How are we going to update? Unsaon na to pag update sa Kintahay. Tahay, Simbako. Naay ma-admit karong adlaw nga positive sa based on the result. Naamang yun na siya record kung asa siya gikan. So, Kintahay, Simbako, Manga, based on the recommendation and the protocol, unang-unang contact tracing and then mag-coordinate na ta dito sa LGU sa Manga together with the province. Unsa may atong himuon, mubalik ba ta sa ECQ or mo go ra ba ta into the recommended localized lockdown? So, para Marang ang pagtubag na ko sa imong pangutana, duha ka buok. Una, ang pag-atiman sa pasyente. Ikaduha, pag-atiman sa pag-ensure nga dili siya mo spread.
Nga ang mga doktor nga moatiman sa COVID nga pasyente makauli pa ba sa ila o hasta mga health workers, mga nurse, muna pangutana.
Okay. Sorry, wala na ko naabting dapitang pangutana. Ongoing, pareho ra pod nga last na press con mo po na siya favorite nga question. I-quarantine sila, sir. 14 days. Thank you.
Thank you. Last pangutana, Rick Obidencio.
Gob, last na lang kini Gob. I found this situation importante kayo. Doon na sa kapamilya sa Carmen. Doon na si anak tuwa sa Dubai. Doon na ibana. Buntis o manakay. Ipaundang sila sa ilang mga amo sa trabaho. Wala na sila isweldo karon. Silang nagasto silang apartment pagkaon. They were supposedly booked for May 31 on Sunday back home. Dili man mo abli ang naiya. It was moved to June 20 and then again moved to 30th of June. So, moni ang pangutana Gob, there might be similar situation Gob, especially this couple nga umanakay siya by July. Gusto siya makauli ang parents in town. What can the province help for this Gob? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rick. Murag ang problema, dili naman sa di nato sila dawaton, dili ba? Murag magka-problema lang sa scheduling sa ticket. So kung kinahanglan og tabang, i-appeal nato sila sa atong mga offshore Boholanos, our other mga emergency assistance for indigents in crisis situations. Tabangan nato sila. Kung pwede ipahibaw nato. Tabangan nato, especially pregnant. Yes, we will assist. Sa di pa ko muhatag sa akong closing statement, tuguti ko nga ipahibaw sa atong mga kaigsuunang mga bulanon nga nagkatanaw nato karon sa Facebook, sa cable TV ug naminaw sa radyo nga atong i-launch ang music video nga hinimo sa Bohol Art and Cultural Heritage Council nga gipangunuhan ni Father Val Pinlac that is going to be launched. But let me just end by stating that I want to remind everybody nga dakong garbo para sa Bohol nga mapili sa national government ni Presidente Duterte na mahimong model tourism economy, tourism province, one of the first na ablihan nato. But I have to say that even as we accept this challenge, this will be based on our ability to test, on our ability to trace, and our ability to treat. This is the National Action Plan, Batok sa COVID-19. This is the national program, and we have to be consistent with that. When we have put up our ability to test and contact trace, then we will also have the confidence to welcome our visitors. Because what is important, ang mensahe nato kinahanglan sa mga mobisita nato, natay abilidad na atimanon mo. But mensahe po importante para sa atong mga kaigsuunang mga bulanon dire na napod tay mensahe nila na as we accept sa atong pagdawat sa mga bisita, sa atong pag-abli, sa atong ekonomiya, napod tay abilidad na protektahan mong tanan atong mga kaigsuunam. That has to be very clear. Let me also stress that as of today, we have basically accepted 383 locally stranded individuals, and they are being housed already in 9 municipalities. We have also accepted more than 727 OFWs. So we have accepted 727 OFWs ug nadawat na pud nato ang 383 LSIs. More than 1,000 returning Bolanon have been accepted. Sa mga OFWs nga atong gidawat na, 116 na ang atong gipauli. Out of that 116, only one came out as positive. Only one. That is less than 1% sa atong mga gidawat nga nag-COVID positive. Mao nga atong gipakita na ang sistema na natay kapasidad na i-manage ang sitwasyon. And we have to continue this process. What we have to show everybody, the national and the local, is our ability to take care of those who may possibly be infected. I do not promise you as governor that COVID-19 will not come to Bohol. But I do promise you this. Simbako, buyag simbako. Mahitabo na ay matakdan diri. Kaya natong i-manage. Mawa kinahanglan, ang focus natong tanan, all attention must be on our ability to test, to trace, and to treat. For that to happen, we already have put one brand new PCR machine with Dr. Macuno in Galyares. We hope to open another PCR lab facility in Panglao International Airport, in Tubigon, in Talibon, and in Hagna. These four off-site, off-Galyares sites must be a requirement for us to operate in the new normal sa bagong pamaagi. So, allow me to just give you the assurance that in the coming days, this is our attention, this is our focus moving forward in the new normal. So at this point in time, daghang salamat ninyong tanan, ato ng abi-abihon ang pag-launch sa atong video from the back council.
Thank you. So, thank you, Gov. Sa dili pa nato i-launch ang video, let's unveil first the painting nga nasa imong kiliran. Can I also request PA Cat Pio Quinto together with Dr. Mutia Macuno and Dr. Yu Lopez, Board Member Aldner, Attorney Vistal, and PIMA Administrator A to be at the front.
Can we ask Father Val Pinlac as the chairperson of the back council to give us a few words of explanation para sa atong painting ug sa atong i-launch na video?
Governor Art, ug sa tanang mga frontliners sa atong probinsya sa Bohol, having witnessed and experienced how much sacrifices you have given just to secure and ensure the safety of the health ug sa kinabuhi sa mga Bulanon, the arts community through the Bohol Arts and Cultural Heritage Council maghalad kaninyo nining maong painting ug sa usa ka music video, hoping nga through the message of this painting and the video, the music video, dili unta mo muundang sa pag-alagad o pagsakripisyo sa katawhan sa Bohol. We know so well nga it is not that easy, but we also have witnessed and experienced how far we have arrived hangtod karong panahon na nga walay problema ang ato ang probinsya with regards to the contagion of the virus. And we look forward sa usa pa gyud ka madaugon nga probinsya through your continued sacrifices. And I hope in behalf of the arts community and the Cultural Heritage Council of Bohol, magpadayon gihapon mo sa inyong pagpangalagad and never get tired, because after all, ang mga Bulanon o kitang tanan are expression of God's love. Kita ang iyang gugma. And here is the music video.
kanta ang lamdag nga kaumaon sa atong higala, nga higala sa niya. Walay lisod kung tinukmod sa gugma, ang pagpabarog sa kahintang sa atong higala. Kalisod pagsulay sa kinabuhi nagkadaiyan, sa pagkabala kita magiusan, kay ang paghinamit ay ijahay. Upos magalakang natin unay o kanunay, dili lang balay ang ato ang ipanday. Lipunon ta ang ikot nga gabugkos sa mga anak niya, kay kita iyang pamilya. Bisan pagway mo dahil walay pahalipan, dili ta managana sa palangutay. Ang patong sa atong igsuon, igo na kita magpadayon. Kayang paghinamit ay di pasikatay. Iyong malakamat, iunay o kanunay, dili lang balay ang ato ang ipanday. Ibabati sa kamo sa kaluhan. Ang paghinamit ay dili pagunglahan, yan na kanat iunay o kanunay, dili lang balay ang ato ang ipanday. Tuturon ta ang likong pamagtuod sa dakong ugmariya.
Nga kita ang